Welcome to the part 1 video of science class on chapter number 6, Combustion and Flame. Students, do you know what are combustible substances? Substances which burn in air to produce heat as well as light are called combustible substances. Now, can you give me some examples of combustible substances? Yes, wood, coal, LPG or liquefied petroleum gas, CNG, compressed natural gas, kerosene, petrol and diesel are some of the examples of combustible substances. So what do you mean by combustion? It is a chemical process in which a substance reacts with oxygen to produce heat. The substance which undergoes the chemical process, that is combustion, is called combustible substance. Combustible substance is also called as fuel. So during the process of combustion, light is also produced. Light can be either as a flame or as a glow. And air is also necessary for the process of combustion. Now let's discuss an experiment to show that air is necessary for burning. Now fix a lighted candle as you can see in the picture. Put a glass chimney over the table and rest it on a few wooden blocks such a way that air cannot enter the chimney. Now you can observe what happens to the flame. Now remove the blocks and let the chimney rest on the table. Again observe the flame. Then put a glass plate over the chimney. Now again observe the flame. What happens to candle A? The candle burns freely. Why this happens? It is because air enters the chimney from below. And candle B stops burning. It is because air does not enter the chimney from below. And candle C also does not burn because air is not available. So this experiment shows that air is necessary for burning. Ignition temperature. It is the minimum temperature at which a substance catches a fire and starts burning. A substance will not catch fire and burn if its temperature is lower than its ignition temperature. Different substances have different ignition temperatures. Example: ignition temperature of kerosene is less than the ignition temperature of wood. Substances which have very low ignition temperature can easily catch fire along with the flame, and they are called inflammable substances. Example: petrol, alcohol, LPG, CNG, etc. Now let's discuss about the conditions necessary for combustion. The conditions necessary for combustion are fuel, air, heat. Without any of these conditions, a substance will not burn. Now let's see how do we control fire. We already discussed the conditions necessary for producing fire, isn't it? What are they? Yes, fuel, air, heat. Fire can be controlled by removing any one or more of these conditions. A fire extinguisher cuts off the supply of air or brings down the temperature of the fuel or both and controls the fire. Now let's see other methods of controlling fire. By using water. We know that water is a common fire extinguisher. It can be used only when materials like wood, paper are on fire. Water cannot be used if the electrical equipments are on fire, as it conducts electricity and harm those trying to put out the fire. Water cannot be used to put out oil and petrol fires because they float on water and continue to burn. And the next method of controlling fire is by using carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is another best fire extinguisher that is used to put on a fire that is caused by inflammable materials like oil and petrol, and even in the electrical equipments. Carbon dioxide is heavier than air and it covers the fire and cuts off the supply of oxygen and puts out the fire. Carbon dioxide is stored at high pressure as liquid in cylinders. Chemicals like sodium bicarbonate or baking soda, potassium bicarbonate produce carbon dioxide near the fire.